Hi everyone, for this question it says the mathematics marks of the first semester examination are normally distributed with the mean of 60 and variance of 9. So a student is randomly selected, find the probability that his or her mathematics marks is less than 60 and then at least 55 if 10% of the student obtain the grade A. So we need to find what is your minimum mark to achieve the grade A. So we can find, firstly we define our variable here. So this is our mathematic marks. Therefore, X here is talking about marks. And this question is given that it is normally distribution. So X distributed normal with mean 60 and then variance is 9. So for the first questions A, we are going to find the probability for the marks, which is X, less than 60. And then for question B, we're going to find the probability, the mark, at least. At least means greater equal 55. So for our normal distribution, our step will be start with the question X, which is distributed normal. So our flow here will be N, then go for Z, then we draw out our normal graph and we find for the table and get to the answer NZDTA. So for the next step here is how we're going to change this X into the Z score. So Z score is the X minus mean over standard deviation. So variance here is 9, means that its standard deviation is 3. Therefore, we are going to divide by 3 and we can notice that we are going to read the Z score less than 0. So we draw out the normal graphing here, normal distribution. The reading of 0 is in the middle. So less than that means we need this region. So total probability in normal distribution is 1. So less than half this area will be equal to 0.5. So the area under the graph represents the probability. So the half of the probability will be 0.5. If you want to read from the table also can. We try to see from the normal table here, normal distribution, which is in the page of 20. So you can see reading 0, 0, half of it is the probability 0.5. So that will be our part A. Then we move on to the part B, at least 55. So this is X start from normal distribution. So its flow also same. We need to change to Z score. So 55 minus 60 over 3 minus mean over standard deviation. So our Z score here will be negative 1.67. We only allocate 2 decimal. As you can see, Z score table, first decimal at the first column, second decimal at the second column here. Then we draw out the region that we want. Negative at the left hand side, this is the Z score position, negative at the left hand side. More than that, we want this region. So in our table, we only have tail region. It is a right tail region. So the left tail will be equals to the right tail. So when we want this region, you can see this region is more than half already. So when I want to get this part, it will be 1 minus the tail region for 1.67. Negative 1.67, we read it as the tail region for the positive 1.67. So read it from the standard normal distribution table, 1.6, and then go for 7, So it will give you 0.0475 here. So after we minus, we get 0.59525. This is our area. Right, so bear in mind, left tail table and right tail table, it will be same. So 1 minus the tail. So the tail of negative 1.6 is read as the tail of positive 1.67. Then we go for the second part here. They ask us to find the minimum passing marks for the grade A. So 10% here means indicate the probability is 0.1. So for this part, probability for the marks that have more than equal some minimum marks here, it have to be get the probability of 0.1. Alright, so minimum passing marks. So you need to find out what is your minimum passing marks here. So with the situation here, we start with the status of n is still talking about normal. So later we change to Z, and then we draw out the table, the normal graph, and find from the table to get to the answer. So the difference is, this is given the Z score, but finding the probability, this is the reward process. Given the probability, find back the Z score and the X value. So we continue with the procedure from the X normal distribution marks here. We change to Z score. In order to change to Z score means this M need to minus mean over standard deviation, which is 3, to get probability. So this is the reading that we don't know. The Z score we don't know. I denoted it as A. And when I want to draw the area come up, I need to guess my Z score location here. So where is my location A? To get the probability as 0.1 means to get the area by 0.1. If my A is located at negative, more than that, you already more than the half of the area, it should not be the value 0.1. If you have a region more than a half, so your probability should be more than 0.5. Therefore, the logic is the A here have to be at right hand side positive value, so that when you have Z more than that, this area can fulfill with this figure 0.1. So if you put left hand side just now, the figure should be red. The probability that we get must be more than 0.5. So now we know that our A value here is a positive value. So look at this figure. It indicates that this tail can get 0.1. So what is your reading? We look at our statistic table for the last page first. So last page here is the reading for the probability and its corresponding Z score. So 0.1 I have at here, and its corresponding Z score is 1.2816. So 1.2816. So what is the A represent just now? My A, I represent it as the value of m minus 60 over 3. So I need to find out what is our passing marks. Therefore, I substitute m minus 60 over 3, which is 1.2816. So multiply with the 3. And plus back 60. So here we have our passing marks to get score X. To get score A is 63.84. So that's all for this. Thank you for watching.